We are back again on the Cowboys Report as Dallas continues to make moves, just not the sexiest of moves. Jack Sanborn, which, by the way, elite linebacker name. Like, Sanborn is a good, thumping linebacker name. That's mostly what he is. He has signed a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys, broken by ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. As of filming right now, the full details are not yet known, but Sanborn is reuniting with Matt Eberflus. He spent the past year as a member of the Chicago Bears. He is from Wisconsin. He is going to turn 25 before the new league year begins, I believe. Was an undrafted free agent back in 2022, as this is a defensive familiarity piece for Eberflus and the staff, and Borgonzi, the linebackers coach. And I don't think one that a lot of people are that surprised by. I had a draftable grade, by the way, on Jack Sanborn coming out of Wisconsin. He has not played a lot for the Bears, in part because he was just the number 3 linebacker behind 2 pretty solid ones. And, they had better ones, and now he gets a chance to stick around with Eberflus and company. We'll break this down in depth, so do not miss out. For more free Cowboys videos, anytime news happens, we've had a lot of videos up on the channel. We got you covered. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/CowboysTV, for more free Cowboys news as we break down in depth the Jack Sanborn signing. Coming off a 35-tackle season, 2 TFLs, a sack and a half, 3 interceptions. He does have short arms. I didn't love the on-field athletic. He tested better than I thought he was going to, frankly. He wasn't great in coverage, but he did have his final year at Wisconsin, by the way. 91 tackles, 16 tackles for loss. He's got plenty of special teams experience as well. He's played 800 special team snaps in his NFL career, almost as many as regular defensive snaps he has had. This is, again, much needed depth at linebacker. It's a piece that the team needed. He can be a fill-in starter. He can maybe even get a bigger role now in Dallas when he's not behind TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. It was surprising to some, I know in Chicago, that the Bears did not tender Jack Sanborn. This is young linebacker. We know fits the defensive scheme because he was with Matt Eberflus in Chicago. Of all the acknowledging they are not great Cowboys signings, if we view it in a bubble in the high-end side, I think this one has the potential to have a bigger impact than some of the other ones out there. He can do strong side linebacker stuff when you're in base packages. He can do some middle linebacker stuff when you're in the real base of nickel. We'll break it down more in depth, go through all the moves here too. But grade the signing. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comment section of today's video. It's the pinned comment if the ad comes here on demand on the YouTube side. A, B, C, D, or F. Let's go to the linebacker room now for the Dallas Cowboys. We will see when DeMarvion Overshown ends up being healthy. He's probably not going to be good to go for week 1. Eric Kendricks may or may not be back. I don't think Jack Sanborn's signing precludes the Cowboys from retaining Eric Kendricks. It can be both. They can still draft somebody early. Like all of their moves, it's kind of just like checking off one of the boxes and, having a depth piece and building depth up. I just think Sanborn's better, more upside than some of the other depth pieces they've made there. Maurice Liufau can still be a key part. If you absolutely had to week 1, you could probably survive with Liufau and Sanborn. It's just not a very good linebacker room, and you still want to get more help. That's what the Cowboys' entire MO in this offseason has been like. There's another body for you. You still need more. I still want another linebacker because I don't know when you're going to have Overshown fully healthy for this team. But I do think Sanborn, the production doesn't match what I think could end up being, given the I think, pretty good flashes we saw at various points with his time with the Chicago Bears. We'll go more in depth on this and all the moves the Cowboys have made. And defensively, it's turnover chain time. You can get your own Cowboys turnover chain at chatsports.com/CowboysChain. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's chatsports.com/Cowboys chain. Same one Big Mike wore. I've got the Navy chain link. There is the blue chain link as well. Go to chatsports.com/Cowboys chain to get yours today. Now, Sanborn, again, the production doesn't pop off the screen, but I think he's done enough in a very small role to more than justify whatever that contract looks like. Whenever you just get 1-year deal, I would be a little surprised if this is more than $3 million. That's been their MO previously. I would bet this ends up being fairly cheap. And I would bet this is a, hey, come to me, take less money, come back, you know the system, you know everything. This can be a move in which, you have a chance to get more playing time than you did previously. And if not, I know you fit it as my number 3 linebacker. It has been defensive heavy in terms of the movement today for the Cowboys. They made the trade earlier today, available on the channel as well, for Kaiir Elam. They got Elam and a 6th in exchange for a 5th and a future 7. Now they're adding Jack Sanborn on a 1-year deal. Again, the actual money details, everything else are still to be determined. But Jack Sanborn coming in to the Dallas Cowboys. So give me your one-word reaction to the signing. I think solid is actually my one word. I am a fan of this move. It's not crazy sexy. It's not the biggest. It's not the best. I think he could be a starter for you, though. It's one of the preferred ones I've seen so far out of the Cowboys organization, but they still need more. Maybe more is a good one-word reaction, too. Drop it for me in the comments section of today's video. Jack Sanborn has been a lot of people's possible Cowboys lists. I know I tweeted out I think it was yesterday. Get ready for Jack Sanborn and Byron Cowart to the Cowboys, and I said they go to with never wrong, just early on 50% of them. Although Byron Cowart is also not been signed yet either, so that's not out of the possibilities yet either. You needed to get linebacker up. I still don't think this linebacking core, though, is good enough for Dallas. We'll see about Kendricks. If you'd missed out on Sanborn, your available linebackers were kind of not good options. It's Kendricks, it's Shaq Thompson, who's older, EJ Speed, and Kaiser White. It's not exactly the best batch of available options for you. I would not be surprised if Damone Clark ends up getting cut. I think Jack Sanborn is a better player than Damone Clark. I think he is a more impactful piece potentially, and probably doesn't really cost anything different from a monetary perspective. So I am not surprised this move has come down. I have not many complaints about it. But again, like all these Cowboys moves so far in the offseason, okay, this one's even outright good in a bubble. I like Sanborn. He impressed me more in Chicago than I thought he was going to. He's carved out a role in the NFL. But, if you have to start Sanborn and Leafau week 1, it's okay, that's not a great linebacking core. It's not. You still need more. You need a splash at some point. Something bigger than just veteran cheap linebacker, veteran cheap player signed, former early round pick signed. That doesn't do enough for me. It's all the Cowboys moves this offseason. Cheap 1-year deal, $3 million. Cheap 2-year deal, up to $4 million per year. Trade for a former first-round pick. Okay. Can you do more than that? The quantity is a heck of a lot better than what the Cowboys have done in recent seasons. And 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 1 year, $3 million. Okay. Cool. But, now it's not the same. So, buy low candidate. Depth option. Buy low candidate and can play a role. Re-signing. Buy low candidate. Buy low candidate. I think upside candidate. That's all fine. I don't have a guaranteed impact player yet from all the moves the Cowboys have made. I feel most confident about the first and last ones, Javonte Williams and Jack Sanborn, who can play, I think, kind of all 3 roles at linebacker. He can do a lot of different stuff. But I need more impact from these Cowboys moves. Otherwise, the depth trickles up, but
do you get actually better enough? Yeah, I'm not. I don't think you're better at linebacker right now. I don't think he's better than Kendricks. I think he's better than Clark. You need more than that.